Hello guys, V here and welcome to the Sweet November Stamps Hub. I am so excited about this hub because it's mermaids. So for these, I'm going to be using the MerMay Emotions, which is from the new release. Also the Something's Fishy, some of the background builder, the Deep. I am also going to be using this amazing sequin mix called Soft Seashore, and it's fantastic. It has the little seashells, sea stars, the big seashells. So let's go ahead and get started. So here I have a piece of cardstock that is alcohol ink cardstock. We're going to be making an alcohol ink background, and for this I'm going to be using the coffee color to make a kind of like the sand at the bottom of the ocean. Also the turquoise, forget me not, and navy. And use gloves for this part if you don't want to have a big old mess in your hands, unless you're not a messy crafter, which I am, and you'll see later. I'm also using alcohol. It's 99% alcohol, but I don't think it matters if it's like a lower percentage. So here is my alcohol cardstock. It has two sides. One is opaque and the other one's shiny, and you want to use the shiny side of this cardstock. I am going to put my stamps aside because, as I told you before, I am a messy crafter. So what we're gonna do here, I am spraying my cardstock with the alcohol. I am being very generous with this spraying because I want to try for my ink to spread on its own without me doing much, but I am going to use my heat gun to help me spread that ink. I am going to continue to add my inks and more alcohol until I get the desired background. I am going to speed it through this part, but it's not as fast, so you can actually see what I am doing. And right here is where I had a big old mess, and now I have Smurf hands for who knows how many days. But that's okay. You know, it does not matter. Look at those hands. Oh my goodness. And this is how my background turned out. I am going to go ahead and set this aside so it dries completely, because when I touch it, I still get the ink on my hands. And we're going to go ahead and stamp. Here I have my Misty in case I have to restamp my stamps, and I'm going to be using a Memento Tuxedo Black ink as I am coloring with alcohol markers and I want my ink to smear everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through this part. Again, I am going to stamp all the images that I want to use, and I'll be back to show you. Okay, so here are all my images. I'm gonna go ahead and color them and fuzzy cut around them and come back to show you. Here they are, and I want to show you that I added some wink of Stella to her fin. I'm trying to show you here. I think you can see it, but I added some shine to that. We're gonna go ahead now and work on the window part. And for these, I have cut with a La La Land Crafts. I think it's called scallop stitch rectangles, and I cut with craft paper. I wanted to make it look kind of like the beach, right? So I cut with that, and then I cut the window inside. And for this bar, I'm gonna be using my double-sided tape, and I didn't have my double-sided tape that was small enough. I ran out, so what I did is just add it to my sides, and you'll see that I'm folding it in the excess part, and I'm gonna speed it through this part again. So now here I have a piece of acetate that is smaller than my window. I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this acetate to my window, and then I'm gonna be using foam tape, and everything is linked down in the description box. I absolutely love this foam tape. It's from Burley Art, and it's fantastic. It comes already pre-cut, and it is super easy to use. Here my window is ready, but I want to make sure that I add some of the images that we already colored and cut. I want to add them inside the window first before we adhere the window and add the sequin mix. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding that to my background. Here I have my background adhere to my card base, and I have chosen again craft cardstock to match my window. I'm gonna speed through this part. um, just play around with the images as you like, and I am using for the ones that go inside my either glue or double-sided tape, and for the outside ones I am using for my mermaid foam tape, and for some others that are going to the acetate part, I'm gonna be using double-sided tape. Just have fun with this part, and I will see you at the end. Now that I'm happy with how the inside looks, I'm gonna go ahead and add my sequin mix. It has some little pearls that they will roll all over the place. So what I did is that I put them like at the top part, so the sequins are actually stopping them. But make sure that you add these little pearls because it adds a really nice touch to your card. I'm gonna continue adding the sequin mix, and we're gonna go ahead and put the window and decorate on the outside. And here's how my card turned out. I added the sentiment and a couple of sequins from the sequin mix. I absolutely love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.